Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for August of 2020. Mars is starting to slow down, going to turn retrograde soon, and Julia will tell you all about that in a minute. And we've got some Mercury and Venus activity and a couple of moons too. Hey, Julia, what's up for Aquarius this month?
Ooh, a lot. Hey, Aquarius. So I'll start with Mars because that planet of activity and drive is slowing down a lot this month. It's about to go retrograde, but that's next month. But even as it slows down, we actually begin to start encountering some of the issues that the retrograde cycle can bring us. And that's namely a lot of frustrations in where and how you apply your energy. So as Mars slows down, this is all happening in your third house. And this is the house of communication, sibling, and neighborhood. So you could be running into frustrations with your siblings, maybe neighbors are just kind of getting up in your hair, or maybe construction noise is happening in your neighborhood. But
Mhm.
you might be facing a lot of frustrations in those areas. And also, since it's the house of communication, you could be a lot more sharper in how you speak to other people too during this time. So, be mindful of that. And if you want to learn more about the Mars retrograde cycle and how it affects the world, Jamie and I actually just did a video on that as well. So you should check that out. Mercury, the planet of communication and meditation, is thankfully direct and fast, and it enters the sign of Leo on August 4th, which is your seventh house of partnership. So this is a really good transit for signing a contract if you need to,
Mm.
Aquarius, because these contracts are represented by this house, and Mercury is also moving really quickly. So anything maybe for your job or for a housing or anything like that, good time for it. And you can also be getting your best ideas if you bounce them off another person,
Mm.
like a romantic partner or a platonic best friend or a consultant. That'll help sort of like help clarify and actually help you sort of strategize and think better. And then Venus, the planet of art, beauty, and relationships, is also direct and fast this month. She enters the sign of Cancer on August 7th, which is your sixth house. So the sixth house is a work house. So if you do any Venus style work in your life, so that would be work in beauty, design, creativity, or working with people or women or customer service, then it should be a
Mm.
pretty fruitful cycle for the most part. And you might be feeling, kind of like crushing on some of your colleagues at work as well too during this cycle, or clients.
Yep, that can happen when
Hmm.
Venus goes to the sixth house. True. So there are a couple of moons to look at. On August 3rd, we have a full moon in the fixed signs of Leo and Aquarius. The moon itself, of course, falls in your first house, so you might be feeling a little more emotional than usual this month, Aquarius. We know that you're actually an air sign, not a water sign, aqua aside. And you can be quite cerebral, but I think that under this moon, you might be feeling, some of your ideologies a little bit more passionately than usual. And you might get into some, scruffy arguments with other folks in your relationships, specifically your one-on-one relationships, like Julia said, your partnerships or your bestie. And then also because Uranus is squaring this moon from the fourth house, it could involve family as well. You may feel like reacting or rebelling, perhaps, against some of your family's ideologies. Then later in the month, we've got another moon happening on the 18th, and this one is a new moon happening in Leo in your seventh house, again bringing up those relationship themes. They're very strong themes for you this month because so much is happening there in that house. And so new moons are great times to plant seeds of new beginnings. This particular new moon has such a nice feel because it involves a grand trine in fire signs. Leo, of course, where the sun and the moon are, and Mercury too, bringing in those themes of communication, but also they trine right on over to this Mars that Julia was talking about, bringing in themes of action and drive and individuality, and then also the South Node in Sagittarius, bringing in themes of philosophy and higher mind. With the overall result that this new moon is a really good time to project your ideas out into the world, to express your voice in a bigger way. So your partnership can be an important place for doing that. And the mirroring that you get from your partner or your best friends, the people that you hang with the most, that mirroring could be pretty important this month and could plant seeds for future conversations to come. Let's see, anything else? Well, goodness, because of all of the relationship activity, it wouldn't be surprising if you wanted to get a reading about your relationships and how you can improve communication in them, or how you can mirror your partner better or be mirrored better, or just plain find a better partner, perhaps. And if you wanted that reading, then Julia and I are available, and you can find us on our website at pandoraastrology.com/services. That's the readings page. You might want the lifelong love reading or the couples reading. And you can always find more horoscopes like this one at pandoraastrology.com/horoscopes, and also on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology. And until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.